Welcome to day number 3 of 4 of the CyberpowerPC Extreme Series, the RL Summer 5K Invitational. I'm LeafX, and with me today, once again, is JamesBot. JamesBot, how are you doing today?
I'm doing fantastic. Really excited about us continuing to send people home today. We're going to have 2 more teams knocked out of the tournament today, and we'll get a round of 4 games, so I'm really excited.
Cool, so we're going to talk about that later. First off, though, chatters, I'm talking to you guys. Their prediction prizes. There's a leaderboard right now. I'll take a look at who's on top of that. But predictions, you definitely want to be getting on those prizes supplied by CyberpowerPC. 3rd, 2nd, and 1st are going to get prizes. Exclamation point predictions in the chat. Get the link for that. Sign up and make your predictions. Predictions for every match stops the second that those players touch that ball and we get down into that series. So make sure you get them in. First up is going to be the Cloud9 versus Fibeon. So get predicted on that one right away. May as well get your other ones in for the day too. But that one is the most important. Moving on from there, what is this tournament? There's I heard mention of 5K. That's a lot of money. That's a lot of money, right, James?
Yes. In Rocket League terms, it is a huge pile. I mean, most of our big tournaments are around $1,000. So seeing a $5,000 prize pool, that's massive.
Cool. Let's. Well, I'm gonna break it down. I'm gonna break them down for a night, just so the players. I think the players already know, but for the viewers, so you know what they're getting. 3rd place is gonna walk away with $750 for the team. 2nd place is gonna get $1,750. Well, it's $1,750. Math, Canadian education, right? And 1st place is $2,500. That's a good amount of change for the team. 3 players on a team. I wouldn't mind splitting that with a couple friends.
Yeah, it's a way better than splitting it 5 ways, you know, like some other games, or 6.
One reason Rocket League is the best esport there is. One more reason.
Yeah, bigger payout.
As I mentioned, today is day 3 of 4. We have more matches to come up tomorrow. That's going to be all of our finals and then the grand finals, of course. Definitely do not want to be missing out on that. That starts at 7:30 Eastern, 4:30 Pacific. Make sure you guys tune in for those. Lots of matches today, but the big ones are tomorrow. And, you know, early on, I'm going to get your prediction, James. Let's just do it now. What 2 teams do you expect to make it all the way to the top there?
So it's most certainly, in my opinion, going to be Cloud9 and NRG. Cloud9, they're going to go up against Fibeon today, so that's going to be a really exciting series to watch. But those are the best 2 teams in this tournament. They've proven it time and time again. So those are the teams I expect to see rise up to the top. Now, when you get below them, it becomes a little bit of a question mark because you have Myth Gaming led by Lachinio on his comeback, previous world championship. Then you have Hollywood Hammers, who have some stars of their own from the past, like Darkfire, one of the leading scorers, coming back, trying to make an appearance again, and he's teaming up with Vincent Sathieu. So Hollywood Hammers are another team that I'm looking at. And then you also have Fibeon, which is a team whose stock is continuing to rise. They're continuing to perform well in tournaments and have gotten big results against top teams in the past, trying to break in to that consistent territory. And then there's Hype Gaming.
Yeah, talk to me about them for a sec.
Yeah, and Hype Gaming is another team that's been on the bubble for quite some time. Their players, Savvy Seal, Bork, and then I forget who was playing for him the first day. It was King Randy.
Heathcliff was playing the first one,
yes,
and King Randy came in, and actually King Randy really impressed me that day. King Randy's reads were on point that day.
He was pretty good, but I thought Savvy Seal stole the show. Like even against NRG in the first series of the tournament that they lost, Savvy Seal played quite well. And then, you know, going into the 2nd match, Savvy Seal performed very well again. So I look for him to be that star for Hype.
Cool. Well, chat, I really hope you're getting predictions in. What I'm seeing so far is 84% in favor of Cloud9, 15% in favor of Fibeon. Well, I guess we're going to find out right now as the players are getting down on the field. Again, C9, the heavily favored one. I think most people, guess not everyone, they're tainted from that rogue prediction. Is in favor of C9.
Yeah, this one, a very lopsided prediction. But Fibeon, don't count them out. These guys, they have the ability to win this game if Cloud9 underperforms.
Well, we'll see if they underperform. Not to be expected from them. But game number 1, it is a best of 5. Hopefully these guys got the right predictions in chat there. As C9 hasn't made a move yet, but it's early on. And again, the feelers are out. Chicago Zol and Hato Trying to. I think maybe that's just telling me how to pronounce it properly there.
Is it Hato? I thought it was Hato.
I wasn't sure. We bounced back and forth, but I see a hey toe.
I think it's Hato.
Hey, what's going on, little feeties?
Oh, no, it is Hato. You're right.
It is, but they're almost an early goal for C9 in the first minute. Stopped out on the goal line again. Expect everyone on Fibeon to just be giving it their all. They know that C9 are monsters. The killers in Rocket League right now, taking everybody down. You have to be on your toes. Your hey toes.
And one thing that we see out of the Muffin Men is Gimmick really can do it all. Torment is so good on the wall, and Squishy is a master in the middle of the field with his redirects. He can just hit a ball with the underside of his car, change the angle, and launch it into the net at high speed. So good mechanically. You have to watch out for him in the mid.
Even Hato can get a touch. Now Torment will read that one off the wall. And they're going to move it a bit forward. Chicago just got a bit of a tip on that one to stop that from flying down into the corner and bouncing out in front of their net. But now you see Squishy and Torment working that corner. Hato and Zol will break up the action over there and send it down the other end. In front of the net, a bump on Gimmick. That might be a goal. Torment, though. The clutch is saved. Zol is not done yet, and neither is Squishy. A back and forth, insane on the goal line. I don't know how that stayed out.
Well, it was Torment. He is a defensive wall. He has shown us in the past how good of a defender he is. There is defense on display.
You're right. I think 9 save he got in one game yesterday. Absolutely incredible on the goal line. The wall himself. Torment, though, going to try to get a goal. Moving on offense instead of defense. It will be stopped out by the defenders of Fibeon. Still scoreless, 2.5 minutes in, and I got to say, that's still an impressive feat to have not conceded a single goal up to C9 yet. Eventually they might break, though. There it is. Gimmick will take that pass off the backboard or the sideboard and put away the first in game number 1.
And you see that Torment setting up Squishy, getting that launch in. It was a shot/pass. Gimmick ready for that bounce off of the sidewall. Good ball movement coming out from Cloud9, something that they specialize in. These guys, such good passers. They strike it so wonderfully to each other. So I'm excited to see them continuing that in this tournament.
Well, it's be weird if we didn't get at least probably 5 highlight plays out of the end of this series. For C9, there's going to be another one, though. Gimmick getting his second one of game number 1 with not as much resistance as they were anticipating.
Yeah, so a whiff there. I didn't see who it was that whiffed, but someone tried to read that ball off the sidewall, and after that whiff, everyone was playing up. So the defense of Fibeon just caught by surprise. Gimmick able to just jump up there, get an easy aerial right into the back of the net. And if you were watching the Cloud9 versus Enix series, Cloud9 absolutely crushed Enix. So the question was, is Cloud9 that good, or was Enix just that bad? And right now, it's looking like Cloud9, they're just that good.
I'm going to agree with that statement. They are just that good. Hato, though, going to try to answer. We'll see if he can set up play. Already, though, C9 putting more pressure on midfield instantly, not giving any kind of break now. We saw Fibeon moving out of their own end a little bit more in the first half of this game, but maybe C9 has figured out the formula. And they're starting to break the Fibeon team. See if they can keep it up. This is only game number 1. There's a shot, of course, saved by Torment. Mentioned. Incredible on defense, showing it right there. Easy save for him. Squishy on the wrong end of the field. We'll see if his teammates can stop any kind of attack from Fibeon. They can. Gimmick at midfield keeps the pressure there, and there's Torment to follow up. Pass out in front. Is that actually going to make it? Chicago and Zol at net, but neither one of them there to stop it.
Yeah, this was a situation where they should have just blocked the shot. A good hit in there by Gimmick. I think Gimmick was just trying to force a rebound.
Yeah.
Maybe surprised a little bit himself that went in.
Oh, I certainly would be as well.
Light defensive miscalculation.
Unfortunately, a miscalculation leads up to another goal for C9. And now Fibeon sitting behind by 3 goals with the final minute approaching. See if they can at least get one. Getting shut out hurts. At least getting one against a team like C9 is going to feel good. Especially going into another game where you can reset the momentum, reset your minds, and try something new. Chicago intercepts a passing play there from C9. But once again, they just take back possession and move it instantly back down the other end of the field. Very cautious and picky on which plays they're going to go for and commit to. They always seem to be the right one. Squishy, you can't get that angle. What? What?
Squishy, he is a master of mechanics. He really is. That an excellent pass into Gimmick. And look at that.
How does he get the
He saved his flip. He angled his car sideways to use the side of his car and saved his flip until the last second possible. That flip allowing that ball to get enough momentum to go into the net. A great Squishy to Gimmick, Gimmick to Squishy goal there. C9 keeping those passing plays going.
That was nutty, and just showing why C9 is so good at this game. And a 4-0 lead right now is definitely not going to be caught up. Fibeon's going to have to look at game number 2, but once again, C9 just looks so comfortable on the pitch that I'm not sure there is much hope for this Fibeon team. One goal, no. Very close. Cloud9 taking game number 1 in this best of 5. And James, tell me what you saw on the field. I mean, like C9, that looked pretty convincing to me.
Yeah, absolutely. Torment in the back. He's just a beast on defense. Also, his clears are so good. If you watch a very talented team, a team that's really good at breaking out of their own half, they use each other. And there was one play where Torment's clear led directly to a goal. Torment hit it up to Squishy, who was on the wall, and then Squishy launched it off of that sidebar, and Gimmick was waiting in the middle. So excellent defense by Cloud9, excellent breakout by them, and their passing continues to impress. They always are using each other. Even that Gimmick to Squishy to Gimmick play, great goal. Gimmick just cleaning things up. He got that one goal that was not super impressive.
No, I don't even think he expected that to be a goal.
Yeah, but a hat trick, dude. A hat trick is a hat trick at this level, and Fibeon is not a bad team. Like, they win tournaments, even when tournaments. Or even with tournaments that have pretty stacked teams competing. So Fibeon are an experienced team. So to watch Cloud9 dismantle them just like they dismantled Enix, that is scary.
Now, while we take a second here just to get these guys in new lobby, I want to just reiterate that there are sick prizes for predicting. All you got to do is predict. Now, this one's already closed. Fibeon, I just mixed both their names. C9 and Fibeon. That could be a good team name. Someone take it. C9 and Fibeon match is already done. You can't predict on this one anymore, but all the matches to come up today and tomorrow you can. Third place, you're going to be walking away with a CyberpowerPC jersey. Second place is going to get that plus a Scorpion K1 RGB keyboard. Not too shabby. And first place will get all of that and a CyberpowerPC mousepad. So make sure you guys are getting those predictions in. ! Predictions to get the link for that. Make sure you get them in for the matches in the future. We have 2 more in the lower bracket after this one that you guys are definitely want to get those in for. Those are the tricky ones. The lower brackets are the tricky ones to predict. We had about half of our top tier teams and the other half bubble teams fighting. And right now we see Fibeon as one of those fighting in the upper bracket though. And those lower ones though, if you get all the bubble teams down there,
I mean, I can tell people right now how it's going to play out.
All right.
Cloud9's going to win this one. They're going to beat NRG as well. NRG is going to win out through the lower bracket. We'll have an NRG Cloud9 final. But then in the lower bracket, we're going to have Fibeon takedown hype. We're going to have Hollywood Hammers. I think they'll actually lose to Myth. So we'll have a Fibeon versus Myth, and then Fibeon will move on from there to lose to NRG. So if you predict that, you'll probably get it exactly right.
That's I still want to believe in the Hollywood Hammers down there to actually put up a fight. I mean, again, those guys have experience.
I don't know because Darkfire, he is known for his ability to shoot and his ability to score. He had one game where he put in several goals, and then I don't think he scored since. So if Darkfire is not playing well or not jiving on offense, I don't think the Hammers have a shot.
It's tough. Yeah, you're right. I mean, I guess it might come down to if you don't have your offense, how are you going to score anything?
Especially with Rob G on the other side of the field. Like Rob G, the goal scorer. The guy is unstoppable. Top free agent in North America.
Hard on day number 1.
Oh, yeah. Always.
Always a...
Rob G foaming at the mouth. Just trying to get the goals.
This is a good person to have as a sub there. That's absolutely
He's starter potential.
All right, game number 2 finally underway. C9 versus Fibeon. We did just witness C9 taking a game from Fibeon in this series. We'll see if they can continue that trail to a sweep. It seems most people have predicted couple of you guys going for the upset on Fibeon. Give them your energy in chat. They need it right now. C9 still looking super strong on the field. We'll see if an attack come out of here, though. They do have possession on the hands of Fibeon. Pass in front, of course. Torment's not going to let Hado take a shot on that one. Zol, last defender, pops it high, but no follow-up. We'll give the possession to Torment instantly. They look for a passing play instead of just giving that ball right back over into the Fibeon hands. A shot's on net, should be saved. There's Zol reaching across from the top of the net. Couldn't make anything out of it, though. Torment just batters his way through that corner.
And not only that, Torment managed to steal that boost as well, continuing to star Fibeon.
Oh no, Chicago almost own goal, and Zol keeping it out. All three, look at C9 just swarm, ready to put that in, and now Gimmick backwards, rushing to get out as Fibeon does retake control. See if Zol can do anything with this, though. Gimmick gets her so quickly back and forth to Torment. What? East Coast to West Coast, back to the center, and straight in the net.
They're on Cloud9 after that play. Gimmick across the field to Squishy. Squishy right back to Torment. That was some of the nastiest passing that I have seen. Cloud9 really is, compared to almost any other team right now, on a completely other level. I said it yesterday. I believe it. That play was nutty.
Every single one of their touches is looking out for their teammates. It's incredible. The awareness these guys have on the field, though. Zol is going to bring it back to a tie game, finally stopping that shutout that C9 did have on them.
Yeah, Gimmick missing out on that hit. Torment got bumped a little bit. That allowed Zol to come in and strike it. Torment, he was the guy who needed to hit it after that Gimmick miss, but Zol cleaning up after that good bump by his teammate, and we're all tied up at 1.
Only a minute and a half surpassed so far. C9 can bring this one back very quickly if they continue making plays like we saw before. Zol with just a single shot on net, but it worked. Passing plays between Zol and Chicago. We're going to see Hado back off, knowing that C9 was likely about to pull possession back. Gimmick waiting for something from Squishy. They're going to generate nothing. Look, right over to Squishy in the corner. A little bit too low, though, and Chicago can intercept. Squishy out to Gimmick as they send it right back down into the orange side. Fibeon now trying to break back down for an attack of their own. Weirdest touch there from Hado. Will give possession away. He bullies it back into his hands, though, as Torment tried to push that back down into Fibeon's end. 2.5 minutes approaching, now still tied up. Passing plays here by C9. That should be stopped on the finish. Gimmick going for the dunk. That's not going to connect, and it will go wide to the corner. Squishy trying to generate at least one more play out of this possession. But it will not happen, and back down to midfield it goes. C9 everywhere on the field. Fibeon has no time to think whatsoever anytime they try to touch this ball. Chicago, power shot. Stopped by Gimmick on the goal line. He was waiting for that one. It was a little bit wide, I think, anyways. At least they're getting some shots off. There might be another one there. Both defenders out of the net, though. Chicago a little bit late to the pressure, and Torment will have time to move back into net. Getting a pinch off Chicago. We're back down into Fibeon's end.
Uh-oh. Ooh, Zol looking out a little bit right there.
Ooh, that's going to be a rough pinch. Now Chicago will get to it. No, he misses it, and Torment will have a chance for a backboard pass to Gimmick.
Wow.
Zol, though, reading that passing play. Incredible. Keeps them in the game.
And got the second save as well. Zol, he was just one with the ball. He knew where it was going to be. Just blocking attempt after attempt. Well done by Zol.
Chicago giving possession away. Gimmick, of course, will send that one flying back down into Fibeon's end. Torment with a dunk attempt. We'll keep a little pressure on, but not enough to create any plays out of it. Hado off the roof, can't follow it up. So, of course, C9 will take it back. Again, very cautious on which plays they're picking to commit to. Instantly backing off. Zol trying to go for a sneaky little touch on the nose to send that towards the net. Will go a little bit wide on that and whiff it. Gimmick with a whiff, too. Squishy needs to put this somewhere comfortable. Nice follow-up. Good ball control from Squishy. Although, what do we expect? Very, very patient play from Squishy. Backs to Fibeon, pressure off at midfield. Couldn't generate any scoring opportunities, though, out of that one. 38 seconds left. We're still tied up. And this has got to be having Fibeon on the edge of their seats right now. knowing that they're still tied and have a chance of taking a game away from C9.
Oh, that passing play.
Not anymore, though. Not anymore when they do him dirty like that.
Yeah, Squishy ran out of boost, but his positioning kept the players off the ball. Zol was absolutely perplexed. Absolutely perplexed by that play. Excellent passing yet again. So unselfish, and it yields a big goal for Cloud9.
And there it is with 19 seconds left. That might have been the final goal we'll see in game number 2. And if that is it, we will see C9 at a match point. Let's not count out the boys in orange right now. Fibeon, as they try to move one more attack. Zol opting for boost instead of possession. May have just given away their final chance, and they did, at creating at least one more play to try to tie this one up for an overtime in game number 2. And Cloud9 will take 2 games in a row. Much closer than we saw in the first one, though. The question is, can Fibeon keep it up?
Yeah, Fibeon, they played well. Their one goal resulting from that bump play that they had, Zol punching it in. They did a lot better of a job breaking out of their own half this game. But again, those 2 goals from Cloud9 were stellar goals. And especially that last one, Squishy with no boost, positioning himself on the ball to keep that Fibeon defense where they were. He was just trying to freeze them. That bought enough time for Gimmick to get him to position where he could pass it right back to Squishy, who picked up some pads by then to hit that one in for the go-ahead goal. Cloud9 playing with almost no mistakes. They did have a few whiffs, Gimmick notably missing out on that one. But really, Cloud9 just playing so well right now. Fibeon, they're keeping in it. I wouldn't be surprised to see them take this next game. This one giving him a little bit more confidence, only losing by 1. But still, Cloud9, they haven't lost in the tournament so far. They crushed Enix, and it's looking like they might crush Fibeon also if they take this game.
Well, we'll see. I mean, I think everyone, just for the sake of it, Fibeon very close to almost taking a game there, or at least keeping it very close. Game number 3. This is their last hope. If they do not win this one, they will end up down in the lower bracket. And they'll have to fight off the hordes of teams that are fighting to get in the money and get a chunk of that 5K prize pool. Game number 3, match point right now for C9, as they try to just completely sweep Fibeon, but Fibeon not going out without a fight. Game number 2, a lot closer than the first one. This could be a chance, though. Passing plays are taking a piece out of C9's book, just not as fast as C9, though. And it was slow enough that Torment could steal that one away and kill off any plays. Hit it with a demo there. Slow play from Squishy won't result in a goal. And they didn't generate anything out of that. They're still stuck in their own end. Fibeon had the demo. They had the one-man advantage on the field. Didn't utilize it. I like to see the physical play, though. I like that they're doing that, but a miss there from the defender, and Torment will pop that just over top and grab the first goal.
Cloud9 too fast for Fibeon right now. Torment getting up. Chicago was the last player back. Torment beats into that challenge. All of Cloud9 just zooming around, winning almost, or getting to the ball first almost every single time. And that allows them to get that touch and then zoom off and steal the boost, keeping Fibeon in a spot where they have to just sit in their own net. And that time, Chicago getting beat out by Torment, that allowed Cloud9 to get out ahead in this one early.
Gimmick with control here. Let's see if he can do anything. Zol's not going to have any of that. Ooh. Hato out of the play there. Yeah, that looked a little bit rough from the defense. No one in really any position to put any kind of real contest on that, and C9 just works around them.
Again, Chicago needed to get to that one. Zol, let's see. Yeah, he didn't have any boost to work with.
That was the issue. I saw him go for it, but then he did not commit.
Yeah, he needed Chicago to get up in the air earlier. Squishy had a lot of the net to shoot on. Chicago just not getting that jump off quick enough.
There it is, 2-goal lead now, looking a little bit more like game number 1. Could this be the avalanche of C9 starting up in game number 3? Squishy getting a demo there. It's going to open up maybe one door for Gimmick and Torment to put one in. Chicago and Zol just patiently waiting, hoping that shot was in reach of them to take it away from their goal line, and it was. As they move down the other end, trying for an attack. Hadel backing off very quickly. I don't think it'll be enough, though. Gimmick is already in their end before any defender can get there. And 3 goals for C9 now.
putting on a clinic. Gimmick upside down, saves his flip, and then cancels it afterwards just to add a little bit of style.
A little bit of flair.
Another extremely effective counterattack. A great strike. I believe that was Torment passing that over to Gimmick. So just, again, a situation where Torment on his clears, putting it in a spot for his teammates to work with, and his teammates not letting him down. Great team play yet again by Cloud9.
Both Gimmick and Squishy trying to go for that one. That might be a chance. The power shot from Zol just a little bit wide. Torment was also ready for that. Just over 2 minutes past, 3 goals already conceded by Fibeon. This is a match point for C9 right now. Fibeon doesn't bring this back to a tie game and then eventually win it. They will drop down into the lower bracket. Their journey is not done quite yet in the CyberpowerPC tournament, but it's looking very grim in the upper bracket as C9 very strong on the field. Zol couldn't recover quickly enough on that one. Hato will have to fill in his spot. Chicago steals it away. Maybe not the best touch, though. And a misread from Zol. We'll put that ball down to Squishy, already waiting in the other end. These guys, so much freedom on the field right now.
Yeah, and then Torment doing it yet again. He put that over in Squishy's wheelhouse. A little too much for Squishy to handle. It looked like he stayed on the wall a little bit too long. But still, these Cloud9 guys, they play and hit that ball with so much intention. It's rarely ever a blind hit.
They're just so fun to watch on the field, no matter the scoreline. It's just always fun to see these guys do what they do. The best doing what they do best. Always a fun experience.
Which is being the best. The best
Which is
doing what
being
they
the
do
best.
best, being the best. And they are the best at that.
They're just really, really good.
The best.
It's super fun to watch. Good passing plays, though, coming up from Fibeon. No finish on that one. They seem to have a little strikes of genius, but fizzle out right at the end. A fake there, though, from Chicago. Not enough power on that flick. Torment will have an easy push away. 120 left now. This is the final push. These guys have to get a couple goals in. Well, 3 to be exact. They want to have any kind of chance. Ooh. There's one, though. Out of 3, Chicago booms one down to the center of the net.
An excellent strike here in the setup coming from Zol. But really just a beautiful hit. Launching that one 69 miles per hour. That was a zinger right under the crossbar. So Fibeon showing us that they've got skill as well. And just so difficult when Cloud9's so fast. But
one thing I've noticed, though, is they started to get a lot more passing plays on. And I think they've realized, and that's something great to see, that a team's like, okay, it's working for them. Let's try it ourselves. Just a lot of the times, as I said, no finish to these passing plays, but I like to see that they're starting to generate them. 2 goals in a minute, though, against C9 might be a very difficult task still, as C9 almost re-extending their lead back to 3. Zol with a flick past 1. He has a teammate there. Hato behind if he can get it to him. He was waiting for that touch from Torment, but misreads it. Chicago
Torment's
going for
a brick wall. Torment's a brick wall. It was a 1v1 situation. Torment, a brick wall, and now just leads to a goal. Gimmick always seems like he's out there hunting in the middle. That time, it was the defender that knocked that one out into the middle, but still Gimmick, just that placement and the power, so good. Gimmick has been scoring quite a bit. I'd love to see what his stats are, because I feel like he is doing a great job scoring for Cloud9 in this Invitational so far.
The only thing I'm tracking right now are the goals, and you're right. He just reached his 10th goal with both of his other teammates at 6. So he's definitely been the one that's been finishing off these plays. But I mean, looking at that, all of these guys have been getting involved in the offense.
It's true. It's the passing just on display. Cloud9, right now, the most enjoyable team to watch in Rocket League.
Oh, 100%, without a doubt. An accurate statement right there from James. These guys, insane on the field. I think they're going to try to get at least one more. That might not happen, though. Chicago will kill it. And Fibeon will head down into the lower bracket as C9 moving on to face off none other than NRG in the winners final now.
Yeah, who could have predicted that?
No one. I don't think any of the chat got that right either.
Really? So no,
they definitely did.
The 2 Titans in North America, they're going to be facing off. That's going to be the winners final. That's happening tomorrow, I believe. But still, Cloud9 showing us that yesterday crushing Enix was not a mistake. Crushing Fibeon, they're just all in a day's work for them. Who in North America can stand up to these guys? Since DreamHack, they have just been untouchable. So we'll see come tomorrow if NRG can finally break through and beat this Cloud9 team, or if Cloud9 has just had a meteoric rise to the top and they're looking down over everyone.
I don't know. I want to find out from chat, though, so make sure you're getting your predictions in. And get on Twitter as well. Hashtag Extreme Series. If you guys want to be getting your voice out on there, I'm looking at all the tweets. I'm going to be retweeting stuff. I want to know what you guys are thinking, NRG or C9 in that winners finals. Whichever one gets knocked out does have another run through the lower bracket. But coming up next, we have both of our lower bracket matches, and that'll end us off for today. But two more exciting matches. Two teams now are still going home. We are still sending people packing. The next one up, though, is going to be Myth Gaming versus Hollywood Hammers. And while you guys get predictions in for that, exclamation point predictions, click on that link, get them in right away, because the second, again, they touch the ball, those predictions are done. Myth Gaming, Hollywood Hammers. James, give us a little preview of what we can maybe expect from this match.
So I'm not sure who the starters are for Hype right now. I'm pretty sure it's Bork and Savvy Seal, but the question is, is it going to be Heathcliff or King Randy? In the end, though, I don't think it's going to matter too much for the Hype Fibeon matchup. I think Fibeon is the stronger team, unless Savvy Seal plays out of his mind. Hype, they've shown us that they belong here. They knocked out Rogue. Even though Rogue is a struggling team, they're all still very capable players. So Hype, wouldn't count them out of it yet, but I still give that edge to Fibeon. And then in the Myth Hollywood Hammers lineup, Hollywood Hammers, it's not the same team that we saw at DreamHack. This is a new squad. It's Sathu, Darkfire, and Vince. And Vince, he's a veteran. He's done pretty well. A lot of times when he was on Take 3, when Take 3 was performing well, he did do a little bit of carrying on his own. Haven't seen him really carry too much in this tournament. And Darkfire's also been relatively quiet. Sathu is a player that doesn't have a lot of RLCS experience. So, and when he was playing last time, it looked like he was playing a little bit nervous because he was misreading a bunch of bounces off the backboard. So we'll see if he cleans that up. But still, Myth Gaming, you've got Chrome serving in as a sub in place of Sad Jr. And Chrome was going off yesterday. Going off, absolutely. Then Corrupted G, also another player who is a phenomenal scorer. A lot of people look at him as like one of the best players that is a secret. It's with the way he plays relatively quietly, but he's actually incredibly good and, puts up some really good numbers. And then also you have Lichinio, previous world champion, took a lot of time off trying to make his comeback. So in that matchup, though, I definitely give the edge to Myth.
I want to ask you a question about Lichinio right now. I mean, Lichinio, generally back in the day, what we expected from him was a star player, a guy that was up on offense. He was the guy putting those goals away with incredible speed, incredible finesse. From what I've counted so far, he has one goal in this entire thing. But the team is still playing very well, and it seems like he's kind of switched up his roles.
And before, like you were saying, before he teamed with Chronovia on iBuyPower Cosmic, he was a top striker in the league. He was a top striker in North America. So, but after teaming with Chronovi and Gambit, those two players took the front role, the attacking role, and he kind of went into the back, which I think affected his mentality and also his ability. And also, it seemed like he was having less fun. So after that incredible World Championship run, even when everyone thought they were going to lose, I think he hasn't really recovered from that. Being forced into that box of a support player when I don't think at his, at the center of who he is, at the core of his being, he's a striker. So I think the time off has affected him, though. So the fact that he's a little bit slower than he used to be compared to other players now, I think has just kind of caused him to go in that support role and not go up in that striking role. So I think the more he plays, the more he gets comfortable after he gets more time under his belt after coming back from his break. I would not be surprised to see him start inching back towards that striker role.
Cool. Well, I'm actually really excited to see that. I want to give a quick shout out to the people making this possible. The sponsors, Amazon, Intel, WD, NVIDIA, and MSI. And of course, CyberpowerPC, giving away these incredible prizes. The prize pool, the 5K. Again, predictions. I can't say it enough. Make sure you guys get those in for the next match coming up. We're going to give a little bit of a break here while you get those in. Get some fresh water. Get some snacks. We have Myth Gaming, Hollywood Hammers coming up right next.